Right, it's Sunday morning. The time is now just gone 8 o'clock. Oh, 8. Well, I obviously survived. Only just. I think I learnt quite a lot there yesterday. This shelter works and it doesn't work. The amount of times I woke up last night choking to death on smoke is, well, quite a lot. Basically, I didn't sleep more than, I think I let the fire die out 5 o'clock this morning, 5:30. I chucked on the last logs. Between 6 and 8 I think I slept. Well, 6 and 7:30, an hour and a half. In between that it was just 20 minutes here, 10 minutes there. There seemed to be some sort of vortex here where the was designed, the wind should have come last night from the south and should have blown the smoke that way. Last night we had a about 10 centimetres of new snow. Started yesterday about 2 o'clock. That's why I didn't make a video yesterday afternoon, because I really needed to get this shelter up. Otherwise it was game over. I originally decided to do hot rocks underneath the bed. The river's just down there, but when I got down to the river it's knee deep in snow. And I couldn't, you can't see rocks or anything like that. It would just dig, hit and miss. So, and also the billy can with the melting snow and the fire really is the two main things. You just don't know how much time it takes to keep that thing going and to keep the hot and to keep water, melting water, because it's such thirsty work doing this shelter. You know, I think I've drunk about 6 litres of what I can only describe as domestos, melted snow with pine needles in it. I'm beginning to smell like a freshly cleaned bathroom this morning. So I should have actually had more pine needles on my bedding. I think I ran out of time and ran out of light last night, so really not comfortable to sleep on. And the reason I ran out of time, under this jacket, remember it was -12 when I left my door yesterday morning, so I have a down jacket. And I was sweating yesterday building the camp, and I took my Gore-Tex off to allow everything to breathe and had my down jacket open. It wasn't the sweat, it was the fact that it was snowing and I didn't realise it. I was so busy cutting out all of these and stuff like that, you know, I just didn't realise. And it wasn't until I took my jacket off and realised how wet the jacket had become, and then I knew I was going to have a problem in the night, because the down jacket was my main source of heat. So I had to dry that out, and you have to have it close enough to the fire to dry it out, far enough away from the fire not to burn it. And I think it took me about 2 hours to dry that jacket out properly last night. In the meantime I was putting thing on, and you know, I saw the weather forecast, so that's why I took Gore-Tex, because I knew we were in for a heavy snowstorm. And also, you probably see it here, it's just dripping. The snow landed on it last night. Your body heat warms it up, the heat from the fire warms it up. You know, it's constantly dripping. So And I changed my tools yesterday. I know I'd written on Facebook it was going to be the Bear Grylls Survival multi-tool. Having spoken with the judges, it was decided that the multi-tool has a torch and a fire striker built into it. So that was actually classed as three tools in one. So I had to ditch that and went in favour of the fiskars saw, this billy can here, and God knows what I've done with it, my firesteel, wherever that's gone. It'll be around here somewhere. So just down there I found a birch tree, and I also found another tree that was full of resin. I did it once before and commented on that I was an idiot for using resin to get, if I thought birch bark needed to catch fire, but you know, when things are wet, any sort of accelerant you can get is a bonus. You know, if I found a can of petrol, I'd throw it on the fire. An accelerant is a bonus. It's, you know, everything here is wet and frozen, so I found a good pile of pine resin. I found some pine knurls as well. I saved a couple of them here. These here, this is just pure pine resin. Nothing more than that. And once you get that birch bark started, the 2-second flame is enough to catch this. You're laughing, because that birch bark isn't easy to catch here in situ. It's on a dead tree that's been covered in snow and frozen. It's, you know, it's not like you're in the summer in the forest. It's not. So I was lucky to find that. Now, this is a saw I used, and overall I'm quite glad I brought the saw actually. Okay, my logs, as you can see, are nothing much thicker than that, but that also meant I had the disadvantage last night of having to make lots and lots and lots of logs ready to go on the fire, because I'm in a pine forest and pine burns rather quickly. So it was a constant feeding of the fire, basically. That's about it, really. What could I say I've learnt from this? I've learnt not to be complacent, and I really should test myself more often, because I sort of skipped in here yesterday going, oh yeah, it'll be alright, just chuck up a shelter and everything will be... 1 o'clock yesterday afternoon, the storm came, and suddenly everything changed. Complacency wasn't a factor anymore. It was, oh poo. Did I cheat? I found some binder twine on the walk on the way in, and a bootlace, which I had in my pocket to build the reflector wall with. So yeah, the bootlace came with me, but it was actually in one of these top pockets here as a spare bootlace. I didn't realise I had it with me, but I needed it. So that, and also it was my birthday yesterday, so my son and his mother decided to hike in and surprise me with a birthday cake. So I actually had 2 slices of chocolate cake yesterday and a cup of coffee. So no, I didn't do the 24-hour survival challenge with absolutely what I could find in the forest. I did get a bit of birthday cake and a cup of coffee brought to me. So that's up to the judges to decide. I'll leave the judges on that one. As it is now, I'm back to melted snow and pine needle tea. So, right, I'm just going to rid up here and just clean up the camp area a bit and burn off anything that's laying around. Let the fire go out 100%, because I am in a pine forest and there's a root system and all here you have to take into consideration. So I want to make sure that everything is out completely, and then I'll dig down and just check that the ground underneath, there's no roots or anything like that that's caught fire. So, yep, that was my 24 hours at smoke inhalation. Really isn't a good thing. But like I said, I mean, me and a couple others, we watched the weather forecast for for a week, and it was predominantly from the south yesterday, which is that way, but I'm also here in a valley, and the forest sort of gives you a different effect. So I don't know if there's any tips or anyone's got any ideas on, maybe I should have cut the shelter further back. What I actually wanted to have was somewhere I could sit and do the fire without the snow coming. The snow was coming in from this angle yesterday. That's why I built the shelter like this. But you know, the breeze is now coming from the south, and it's doing what it should. But I don't know. Anyway, that's about all I can tell you from my experience, and thanks Aldis from Trek Heads for the challenge. And I'll pack up, head home and have a bath. Catch you later.